All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game. This game is going to be between FoCuS and, well, FoCuS and Romantic Fortitude. Again, this time taking place here on Northern Isle. On the bottom left-hand side of the map, we see Romantic Fortitude spawning as the red human, opening things up with, well, nothing. So this does most likely mean that it will be an altar of, or a delayed altar of kings. Meanwhile, over here on the top right, we see FoCuS opening things up with an Altar of Storms and a Burrow. Should be a pretty standard opening coming across from FoCuS as well. Two of the biggest names in WarCraft 3 for a long time, going head-to-head, and it should be a great game. Alright, Altar of Kings down, Blacksmith is down, Farm is down, and Barracks will be down as well. There it goes. Now trying to get more guys back on Lumber. And, well, obviously, this particular opening does take a bit more resources. You need this earlier Blacksmith, right? And because of that, well, that additional bit of wood and the fact that your riflemen also need lumber in order to train up means that you gotta delay all of this. I'm sure you guys have studied this particular build order, and it does mean that you're gonna be a little bit late coming out of the gates. We are looking at a Farseer getting trained up. There's a barracks already. In addition, a war mill is also placed down as well. And oh, interesting. I think this Sim City actually works. It would be horrible if, say, a rifleman ended up getting teleported right into that spot right there. I'm assuming that Romantic Fortitude knows better than I on how to lay out his city. Sometimes, I think Bunny back in the day of, oh my gosh, not WC replays. Back in the day, try to explain the difference between hard side buildings versus soft side buildings. So when you have buildings that both have hard sides, such as farms, nothing can pass through them. If you have a building that is a hard and a soft side, then smaller units such as spirit wolves, footmen, peasants can pass through them. And then after that, I think if you have an actual gap, and obviously anything can pass through it. I forget what an actual soft building versus a soft building looks like. I think it's like 2 orc burrows together, and then with 2 orc burrows together, heroes and other larger units can pass through as well. I'm trying to remember. You gotta forgive me. That article was over 15 or 18 years ago. Oh, over 20 years ago. Anyway, Paladin now going to go ahead and retreat back here. Remember, the Paladin is the only thing that will actually suffer damage. We are looking at some peasants taking quite a bit of damage as well as they go into militia form in order to have a bit more, better armor to fight back. Riflemen are trying to shoot down that last wolf. We're going to see a peasant get taken down, and FoCuS with the first blood there, getting a quick peasant kill. And remember, every peasant kill adds up quite a lot. We should be looking at more riflemen also getting trained here. The fact that the Paladin was just too far away is a big deal there, as we're looking at perhaps some more militia call to arms, as the riflemen should be trying to shoot down some of those wolves. Another low hit point wolf able to escape back again, and this Paladin, without any experience, just kind of trying to stay inside his base. Headhunters versus riflemen. Riflemen obviously a bit more hit points here. We're going to go ahead and turn back around, try to fight, and just continue to put in that pressure again as the militia are making their way off to the north once more. Are we going to see a resummon once more? No, Paladin not going to get any experience as the wolves start doing a little bit of, well, fighting back once again. There's the resummoning of the wolves as we are looking at more pressure. And this is just Relentless coming from FoCuS. 2 headhunters, that Farseer with that range attack, 600 range, making such a big difference compared to the rifleman's 400 right now. And that is the difference right there. There's another heal once more. And until those riflemen get further range, they're always gonna, well, suffer more damage at the hands of the Farseer than it can be dealt. Are we gonna see another heal here? Are we? No, it does not look like. No, that militia trying to hide to the very, very far bottom. Militia continuing to fight back here. We're still looking at more damage, and that wolf gonna go back around again. All right, Farseer, headhunters. There's a holy light. Rifleman able to stay alive ever so barely. Gonna need a little bit more time again as the Town Hall now nearing completion on that upgrade. Meanwhile, Farseer, Headhunter still putting in more pressure. We already are at tier 2. FoCuS has not gotten up a Tavern Hero. No, I take it back. Has gotten the Tavern Hero in that Naga Sea Witch. Sorry, no overlay for some reason. I was trying to look for a hero over there. No hit point bars. All right, both sides continuing the fight. There's a big holy light there. Units trying to fight back around. We are looking at level 1 weapon upgrades, trying to get in more riflemen as well. 32 over 36 supply. The rifleman paladin low on mana. We're looking at 1 militia about to get taken down. Rifleman continuing to fire back around as there goes a wolf there. Headhunters all taking quite a bit of damage. Rifleman down to 74 hit points, down to 10. And I believe that Farseer, no, gonna get blocked out as that rifleman able to, well, keep him back once more. We're gonna be looking at another peasant getting taken out there, gets taken down. No friendly or no deny there as the headhunters are just laying down the pressure. FoCuS continuing to put damage down here. No lumber upgrades. Remember, a lot of these peasants were taken out, and as they are taken out, well, there wasn't enough peasants to try and gather lumber and then, well, have enough lumber to actually upgrade that long range. We are looking at an Arcane Vault being placed down now. We are getting up a Blood Mage. That Blood Mage acting as that mana battery strategy to siphon mana back into that Paladin as we're looking at perhaps some damage about to go down here. All right. Damage onto that Null Warden. Null Warden, well, takes quite a bit reduced damage from that piercing from those riflemen here, as the Ogre Warrior will get taken out as well. All right, Gloves of Haste. Paladin may try to get to level 2 here. Blood Mage may be popping out around the corner. Paladin should be getting in a Holy Light on that Rifleman. Not quite sure why it hasn't yet. There it is. There's that Siphon mana. And also double Scrolls of Regeneration. No Clarity Potion, though, surprisingly. And we're still waiting on that upgraded range. 400 range, just not enough to try and fight here, as we should be looking at the Blood Mage siphoning mana away from that Ogre Magi. Not quite sure why we aren't doing that. There we are, finally siphoning mana away from that Ogre Magi, and then, well, perhaps give it to that Paladin a little bit later. We do see double Scrolls of Regeneration, as I mentioned. That is going to help that Paladin stay topped off on life, as he also picks up a Potion of Greater Healing. Meanwhile, FoCuS on the north side here, already at level 2 on his Naga Sea Witch. Farseer gonna come bringing gifts here. Healing Salve, Clarity Potion already being used as the Naga Sea Witch clears up the remainder of this creep camp with the help of those wolves. We are already at Fortress. I believe the Berserker upgrade, no, has not been started yet. So that additional 100 hit points not available. All right, unit's going to try to back away here. Going to turn back around. Are we going to see a Naga Sea Witch? There's a Holy Light there. A bit of poking back around. Are we going to see that Siphon mana? We are, as the wolves are going to go ahead and engage. All right, there's a Holy Light right there. Paladin pretty much being ignored right now. Does have a Scroll of Healing. We're seeing some purges go down. Are we going to see a Holy Light? Yes, we do. Keep that Rifleman alive. That Rifleman, however, taken down by Fork Lightning, as the Blood Mage now, well, using a Scroll of Healing to try and stay alive again. There's another Holy Light, as we should be looking at some Siphon mana into the Paladin. Paladin should not try and break that connection, though, as he gets another Holy Light onto that Rifleman once more. Are we going to see that, well, Rifleman get taken down? Yes, he will, but denied. So a bit of a denial there, as we're looking at more damage, well, pushing back the other way. FoCuS upgrades to those Berserkers so quickly, and now that extra 100 hit points going to be making a drastic difference. All right, Blood Mage down to 165, gets a big Holy Light right there. Going to transfer that Potion of Greater Healing. That Potion of Greater Healing down to 100 hit points. Going to try and use it at the last possible second, and now uses it right there. A little bit of a chase. Berserkers are in frenzy mode, but FoCuS is just using this momentum to take down units fairly consistently. All right, low hit point Berserker now trying to retreat back here. Militia now being called over, but the Militia may not be able to turn the tides of this battle, as another Rifleman gets taken down as well. Spirit Link also spread across multiple Berserkers there, so even though they are taking bonus damage while in that frenzy mode, still difficult to try and focus them down. All right, Rifleman, Paladin, Blood Mage trying to focus down some of the FoCuS's heroes. Meanwhile, we see Tauren now coming across from FoCuS. So 9-minute mark of this game, we are getting our first Tauren out here on the battlefield, and that Tauren is absolutely scary. Remember, heavy armor now takes reduced damage from piercing. Add on top of that, the Tauren has base pulverize out already, and that is normal damage in an AoE effect on those Riflemen. Yeah, 9-minute Tauren, and it didn't even really feel like FoCuS was rushing to Tauren either. We are getting level 2 weapon upgrades. I was at Mithril upgrades, no, Thorium range upgrades. Now 2-0 as the units making their way back again. 10 minutes into this game, we get a Tauren out on the battlefield before our first level 3 hero. FoCuS now dual level 3 on that Farseer and that Naga Sea Witch, as that Tauren still, well, absorbing quite a bit of damage there. Coming back around, Farseer looking to perhaps steal this last bit of experience. Who's going to get it? It looks like the Blood Mage actually the Farseer and the Sea Witch may have gotten in again. Blood Mage getting a little bit late. Paladin needed level 3. May not be able to get there, and we're still looking at more damage coming back across there. There's that Pulverize, that AoE splash damage, as well, Rifleman and more units getting cleaned up again and again. Oh, wow. Very low hit point Militia able to escape back again, but really, Romantic has been up against the ropes for quite some time now. He needs to figure out a way to deal lasting damage or just be able to fight back and be able to buy himself some time. This has not been working out well at all for Romantic. All right, Tauren back off to the north here. FoCuS is still, I believe, staying in no upkeep. 50 supply compared to 42. We are getting level 2 weapon upgrades. Scroll of Regeneration healing up many of those Militia there. Paladin will finally get to level 3. And with that, level 2 Holy Light being able to make a drastic difference to heal up some of these Riflemen as well. Yep, there's a big heal there. And this is really where, this Paladin Rifle army starts to shine. That 400 hit point burst heal makes it very difficult. But in this case, where your opponent already has 3 heroes out on the battlefield and Headhunters and 1 Tauren out in that front spot, what are your real options? All right, there's going to be a little bit of damage there. Perhaps being able to banish out that Tauren, remove him from the fight. Is that your lasting plan or strategy? Perhaps that will be the case. We are looking at level 1 Spirit Wolves. It is not so it's level 2 Chain Lightning from that Farseer, who is dealing big damage. Plus 12 damage, Orb of Lightning, Robe of Magi, and that's where those purges have been proccing earlier. All right, Siphon mana into that Paladin. Now going to go ahead and engage. There's a little bit of damage there. All right, some damage starting to rack up. A little bit of focus fire. Both sides trying to make sure that they are not, well, walking into a bit of a trap here. Paladin does have that armor, so is helping some of those units. Some sentry wards now being placed down by FoCuS to keep track of everything. There's some Siphon mana. There's some Paladin, and there's a quick Hex onto that Blood Mage. Blood Mage could be in trouble. There's a Holy Light Berserker Frenzy now online. Rifleman trying to retreat back here. There's a Flame Strike. And, well, those units are falling back. 1 Rifleman does get taken down. Paladin does need to get another Holy Light off. He's going to try to heal up that Rifleman. He does. Able to buy a little bit of time. Meanwhile, the Blood Mage could be in trouble. We're going to see a whole... Yes, we see a heal right there. Tauren about to get taken down. There's 1 Tauren down, but another one has taken its place already. Paladin going to go ahead and Holy Light again. Blood Mage constantly out of mana as we're looking at the Militia making its way back over. All right, a little bit more damage. There's going to be some more healing. We see the Spirit Walkers are, well, resurrecting those Taurens as another Tauren is about to fall. So, and the Spirit Walkers with that, resurrection already early on. Are we going to see another, perhaps, Tauren get taken down and needs to get one more shot? Oh, no. Tauren able to escape away at 8 hit points, and that would have been key right there. If you're able to get that last shot off on that Tauren before that Tauren has a chance to get resurrected, that would have been huge. FoCuS having the Expo off to the north now. Paladin, well, needing to buy perhaps some items, perhaps try and go all in on this next spot. Blood Mage is sitting at level 2, and when your opponent's 3rd hero is actually the same. Well, are we looking at dual Orbs of Lightning? So that is a lot of proccing for Purge as well, trying to stall out some of those units. Blood Mage wants the Siphon mana. Is it going to be able to do anything there? There's a Siphon mana. There's a quick Hex, and that's not a good spot to be in. All right, Blood Mage feeling, well, kind of crabby as he walks back here. We can see an Arcane Vault right there. A little bit of damage. Chain Lightning, Fork Lightning, Dual Lightning, and Hex causing problems as the Blood Mage, unable to do very much. All right, Level 3 now on the Blood Mage there. You see more Pulverize. Another another Rifleman able to back up here. Perhaps by trying to buy potions of healing. We're going to see another Holy Light. Potion of Mana used in time. Get back up to 250. Needs the Holy Light up a lot as the Riflemen are trying to kind of backed into a corner. All right. Tauren able to continue to charge into the spot here. Little bit of damage. Chain Lightning bouncing around. 24 supply compared to FoCuS's, well, 62, and that is gonna be the game. FoCuS pretty much putting pressure from the very beginning of the game, never relenting and never easing up. Quick Tauren quick Tauren before the heroes even got to level 3, and then also got the Spirit Walker's mastery training, so even if you took down a Tauren, he just got back up again. I don't remember the last time I saw such a fast tech to tier 3 for Berserkers, Tauren, and mastery training on those Spirit Walkers. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below.